of course, 4 to 5 Eastern, 3 to 4 Central every Wednesday through Friday on 1021news.com. We always appreciate the time, John. We look forward to catching up with you soon as football season is upon us. But thank you for the conversation and appreciate the time this morning.
Drew, Scott, always appreciate being on, especially this time of year. A lot of excitement. So, well, not only for the Gators over here, but the Jacksonville Jaguars, too. I know we didn't talk them, but a lot of expectations on both. So can't wait to see how it plays out.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks, John. Flies right by when you're having fun, does it not?
I mean, no doubt about it. It's been a quick 3 hours. We appreciate the phone calls. We got certainly Pat from Tuscaloosa called in to talk a little bit of recruiting. We appreciate all the interaction with everybody, all the messages. And then, of course, we had 3 great conversations. John Frere from WFOY in St. Augustine, Jacksonville area, just on talking Gators. And then Adam Luckett, KSR. We talked about the Pat Biondo situation, which is interesting. And now they move on to a new general manager now for Kentucky football. And then, of course, in hour 1, Bill Bender live from Littleton Media Days.
Littleton Media Days, the littlest, best conference in college football. Big Ten.
And I just pray that Oregon doesn't win it. That would be utterly disgusting.
Who knows? Maybe somebody from the Big 12 could win it.
This segment of the show is brought to you by the Docs at TOC. You know, I'm always talking about these people that I've known and trusted in the Tennessee Valley for over 20 years. Well, my buddy Tom Perkins and the Docs at TOC certainly fit that description. And when my own family has needed an orthopedic specialist, TOC was the only call to make. There is a reason why almost all the schools in the region use TOC, because they are trusted and they provide the kind of care people need. TOC is the orthopedic center. It's right there in the name, and they're right there when you need them.
You need to move more like a dog.
Like what you guys are doing. You've got your fingertip on the pulse of your listeners. You guys know what they're talking about.
Be a dog.
God bless the show. You are the Messiah.
We need more dogs.
This is the best show on radio.
The Big Dog, Thom Abraham, is here with you.
I see you, dog.
So settle in and get your bark on.
That's my dog.
Now live, here he is, the Big Dog.
Let's go, baby!
Thom Abraham.
How you doing? 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 How you doing?
Look, I don't speak Spanish.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to choose my words very carefully. I think you're a psycho.
Do you know who I am?
I mean, that guy sounds like El McPherson farting into Miles Davis' trumpet.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Can somebody respond?
Get off my elbow.
I have to drag my Yankee ass out of here.
Hey, baby. That means you get football music all throughout the show today. That means the Owen Home Appliance Friday Trifecta as well. We are in Futurefecta mode. But we love this, don't we? I mean, come on. Greatest single piece of football music ever recorded in the history of mankind. There goes the Bandy Man moonwalking down the hallway. It's Steve Moulton. He's rubbing his head and his stomach at the same time. That's hard to do. It's the grasshopper there on the keys. Playing the dashboard keyboard. Oh, man, that's just sweet. That's just sweet. All right, we are in future fecta mode now. You know what that means. By the way, where was Paulie last week? I mean, he's always so fired up about this stuff.
It's the holiest day of the week, the Friday trifecta.
Where were you last week, Paulie? Huh? What's up with you? Get your butt in here. All right, look, it is the Owen Home Appliance Friday trifecta. As I said, we are in future fecta mode with weekly winners receiving Champy's Chicken. And our grand prize to be awarded after the Super Bowl is a fabulous prize package from Owen Home Appliance. Remember last year we did that entire kitchen makeover from Mike Owen and his team at Owen Home Appliance? You got to look at the entire kitchen. Okay? Well, this year we're leaning into something that maybe everyone can use because it was a little bit limiting maybe last year. It's like, I don't even renovate my entire kitchen. Well, this year we're leaning into like an outdoor kitchen setup, okay? Thousands of dollars worth of equipment in an outdoor kitchen setup. We're still, Mike and I are still working on the details, but it's going to be a fantastic prize package. There's no doubt about it. Everybody could use that. I mean, come on. I mean, you got to be kidding me. All right, so let me refresh again for your newbies out there, all right? This is how this thing works. Every week I put up 3 or 4 picks for college and NFL games during the season. And you make your selections. You can make them 2 ways. You can make them on air, or you can make it through the text. That's it. On air or through the text window. You don't do it through Facebook. You don't do it through X. You don't do it through Instagram. You don't send me a smoke signal. You either call a radio show during the radio show from 10 to noon on a Friday, or you hit the text window, which is open 24/7. All right, it's one of those 2 things. That's how you get in. All right. Then we post the picks on all the social media as well, from our flagship station and from X as well. All right. And you can find it there. So that's the way this thing works. Maybe posted already. I'm not 100% sure. And it is posted. All right. Now I am 100% sure. So you can check it out there as well. All right. Now here's the other thing. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to do it, okay? No, but again, just so you understand, if you hit the weekly trifecta, you get food from Champy's Chicken. Whatever the weekly trifecta is, you get food from Champy's Chicken, okay? And then you build points every time you hit in the season-long grand trifecta. So you hit a trifecta, you get points. And that goes all the way through the Super Bowl, and that's when you get your fabulous grand prize from Owen Home Appliance. Now, for the next several weeks, until the games start, we're running our future fecta. We have win totals for select college and then NFL teams. There'll be 20 picks in all over 5 weeks. We began last week. We did the first 4 teams last week, and I usually don't do this. But since we may have surprised some of you with it last week, I'm going to allow this week only. I am going to allow you to make the picks from last week on air as well this week, so you can get caught up. Otherwise, you can make all your picks at the text window. You can get them all at the text window. You'll have to go back and search to find out what they were. So it's easier to do it a week at a time. All right, so I'll get you this week's digits here in a minute. At the top of the 11 today, Anthony Dasher, wide open first hour. Wide open first hour for you guys to get in, because usually you jump on board in the first hour. So you got a wide open first hour to jump in. Anthony Dasher will join us from UGA Sports at the top of the 11, and we'll get a preview of the Dogs this season. All right, so the lines are open right now. You can jump on board. Feel free to jump in. 256-576-4977. All right, 256-576-4977. Good wherever, however you consume the show. We got a text window for you as well, as I said. And we read and react to those on the air, and you can make your picks there. 7329 TA Show. 732-982-7469. Finally, you can watch the show as well on WZZN TV and the YouTube, Facebook, X. My X feed is at Thom Abraham Show. It's that easy. Okay. Let's get to the picks that we have added this week. 12-game regular season only. All right? 12 games, regular season only. We start out with the Georgia Bulldogs.
Georgia's got pretty good players.
Over or under 9.5 wins. The Texas Longhorns.
If I don't play Ohio State and I play Jones Junior High, we're 10-2.
Don't play Jones Junior High. Over or under 9.5 wins. The Louisiana State University Bengal Tigers.
I realized when I was like, we're all going to die.
Well, over or under 8.5 wins. And John Summerall's Florida Gators.
You'd be kicked out of our team meeting. You're lucky I'm not going to throw this freaking podium.
Throw this freaking podium. Over or under 7.5. All right, now, I will say that, as I said, I'll let you 1 week only, because I think I surprised some people last week when I rolled it out. I'll let you pick, if you want to jump on board quickly and go through it, I'll let you pick Bama.
Give me a call, because you're going to break the record for the ass kicking you get.
8.5. The Tennessee Volunteers.
Certainly hope our fan base hasn't cooled off.
Yeah, they may have. At 7.5. Auburn.
Are you guys going to put us in with 3 losses in the playoff?
Maybe. At 6.5. And Vanderbilt.
While the world laughed from the safety of the sideline. Last season was not an arrival.
5.5. These are the actual Vegas numbers. Now, next week, we're going to add 4 more non-SEC college teams. 4 non-SEC college teams. Probably there'll be 2 from the Big Ten. Very shallow league, you know. There'll be Notre Dame, maybe an ACC team. Probably an ACC team. All right? Now, this is how you score points. All you got to do is get 3 out of 4. If you get 3 out of 4 of these, at the end of the season, when I calculate them, if you get 3 out of 4 of these right, you pick up 3 points on your Grand Trifecta scoreboard. If you get all 4 right, you get 5 points on the big board, plus you get the chow from Champies. All right, that's the way it works. Don't confuse this with Beat the Big Dog. Beat the Big Dog comes up on Thursdays. It starts in a few weeks. It is our in-season promotion. It's presented by the Music City Bowl. That's one listener on air against me. And you win an I Beat the Big Dog t-shirt if you beat me, and tickets to the Music City Bowl. That will come once we have games. And we have a little twist on that this year, provided by Grumpy, and we'll explain that when we get to it later on in the month. It's going to be really cool. To be honest with you, I think it's going to be really cool. And speaking of later in the month, I'm giving you a lot of information here. I'm giving you a lot of info. So speaking of later in the month, the DFL draft, that's the show's fantasy football draft. The DFL draft is Thursday, August 27th at Carrabba's Italian Grill.
Amen.
And by the way, that's open to all. Whether you're listening to Winchester, Nashville, Murfreesboro, Virginia, Florida, I don't care where you are. You get here, Georgia. I don't even know who our reigning champs are. Who's our reigning champs? I don't even know who our reigning champs are. I don't even know if the rings have been ordered. I'm going to check that out as well. So DFL coming up. Man, it's a lot of detail. I just gave you a lot of stuff here to open the show up. All right, back in Mission Control, the gang is all here. The Bandyman, Bailey Lowry, he's on the video production. The Grasshopper, Baby Abe, John Abraham, he's producing.
I'm the producer of this show. If I didn't step up, you're nowhere. I put this thing together on a spit and polish.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to choose my words very carefully. I think you're a psycho.
I have a sentimental weakness for my children, and I spoil them, as you can see. They talk when they should listen.
Give me back my son! What is your name? Detective. It doesn't matter what your name is!
I think this is one of the traits of a really good producer. Keep the talent happy.
It really doesn't matter what you think, all right? It really doesn't matter what you say.
I'm all jacked up on Mountain Dew.
way, did you ever get a hold of your little buddy Joe Hunk to make sure he's good for Sparkman this year?
I mean, I've talked to him, weeks ago, and he said he was good for it, so should still stand.
Didn't I'm not 100% sure, but I thought maybe in the staff meeting I said something about, get with him and just double confirm with him that he's good.
Well, at this point, it'll be triple confirming because I've been confirming all off season.
All right. I just want to make sure, you know what I mean? Because it's coming. I mean, I can't believe how fast it's coming. Now tomorrow, it's August 1st, and boom, just like that, it is coming. Today's the last day of the month. Oh, by the way, speaking of the last day of the month, make a note about this because you help us with this in a big way with your social media posts and things like that. The 97.7 ESPN's zone deals got a special today. We got a special today. Yeah. How about Gunner's Landing? $150 value of Gunner's Landing. 2 guys in a cart for Gunner's Landing. 50. You get it for 50. Just today. It's only good today. That's a month-end deal. Only good today while supplies last. Okay? 50 for 2 dudes in a cart, which is good stuff. By the way, did you ever decide if you were going to come up here for the fish fry tonight?
I'm a little torn on it. Honestly, I need the rest, so I'm not sure. All
right. Well, I mean, we've got a guest house. Well, no, there's people in the guest house. We got rooms in the house. We got a 5-bedroom house here with nobody in it. So,
well, you made me leave the flock. So, I mean, that's kind of.
Well, I mean, if you want to spend the night, I'm just saying you can spend a night. All right. What if I enticed it a little bit? I just enticed it a little bit. If you could be up here at, say, 2, we could go slash it around for 12 holes and then go to the fish fry. How about that? I'll take you to play golf.
I just need to relax my legs. I got to work out today at one point. And this entire week has been, it's not leg day today. Thank God. But this entire week, it's been pickleball, skating,
Who
workout.
Who you playing pickleball with?
The Bandy Man. I didn't know he was an avid
guys are into
pickleballer.
pickleball? Wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I'm an avid pickleballer, but I mean, I dabble.
He pickled it back up.
So who is better in the pickleball?
I would say Bandy has the slight edge right now, but give me three months. I've only played 3 times.
3 months? You need 3 months?
No, give me 3 months, and I'll be the best pickleball player to ever play.
Now, we've heard the goal right now is to challenge Tommy.
Yeah, my goal right now is Tommy.
No, your goal should be Scott Tyson.
I would like to see Tommy against Scott.
Do you know that Scott is nationally ranked?
I did not know that.
He's like 345th in the country.
Jeez.
Yeah, he is. Ask him. Ask Tyson. He's a nationally ranked pickleball player.
It's easy when you got the length on you.
I'm just saying. He's one of them dudes that's, picks up a foot and puts down a yard. Or picks up he's a big dude. So after all of these good times, in terms of me being able to see me on the thing, now we're back to where I can't see me anymore on the video side by each.
Hey, I knew it would happen. Technology.
Why? What did you guys do?
We didn't do nothing. We never do anything, and it does this to you every time.
It says I'm offline. Am I offline? Did I just get kicked off or something? Maybe.
No, I can see you over here.
Okay, all right. I see me on the TV across the way, but I don't see me on the interwebs. All right, let's knock a couple of calls off here. We are open the entire first hour. 256-576-4977 to get you into the show. Philip is up first. Philip, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm doing great. I think another prize on top of the outdoor kitchen should be every time you go on vacation, the winner gets the run of the doghouse and the dog's boat and all of the dog's fishing equipment.
Yeah, no, that's not it.
Kind of like an Airbnb at the dog's house.
Yeah, that's pretty sure that's not happening. I'm just going to say, listen, most of you guys are good for like a 4-minute phone call, okay? You're not going to handle a 2-hour radio show. I mean, let's get it. And you're not touching my boat.
No, I'm talking about staying in the house.
Come on, let him stay in the little house.
Oh, he can stay in a guest. Oh, you want to stay in a guest house? Yeah, but he said he wants the run of the boat and all my fishing equipment. I don't know about that.
Take him for a fishing trip. Why not?
Yeah, if I was there, that'd be fine. You know, I would do that. I would do something like that. A 4-hour fishing trip with me. I would do that. If you want, a 4-hour fishing trip with me at, Gunnersville or Tim's or Woods Reservoir, something like that as a little added juice to the prize package. If somebody wanted to do that.
That would be good.
That'd be cool.
Good.
Yeah.
What are you frying up there? Some bass fillets?
No, it'll be catfish. It's a fish fry. It's the men at my church are doing a fish fry tonight from 5 to 7 down by Woods Reservoir, and it's my guess is that they're frying up a bunch of catfish. That's my guess. It better not be bass. It won't be bass.
I'm telling you, they're really tasty.
I know, but we don't eat bass. That would be like a baseball player eating his mitt. By the way, speaking of baseball players, did you see what Roger Clemens' boy did last night?
No.
Roger Clemens' son last night hit the 34th ultimate grand slam in the history of baseball, but it was the first one. An ultimate grand slam is when a team is down 3 and hit a walk-off grand slam, down 3. So the Twins were down 3 last night to the Kansas City Royals. Bottom of the 9th inning, 2 outs, 2 strikes, 0-2 count, and Cody Clemens hit a grand slam, immediately had to take a drug test. No, that's not that part's not true. But he hit a grand slam. Now, this kid that's his 19th home run of the season. He's 30 years old, a late bloomer apparently. He's 30 years old. Before this, he only had 34 home runs in his entire 33. He's had 33 home runs in his entire career. And this year he's got 19. So I don't know if something's going on there, but Cody Clemens with a ultimate grand slam, and with the 2 outs in an 0-2 count, this is the first time that's ever. They were no hit for 7 innings. This is the first, according to the Elias Sports Bureau, it's the first time that's ever happened where a guy hit an ultimate grand slam on a 0-2 pitch with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th.
That's pretty amazing.
That's a thing. That's a thing.
I remember back. It's been quite a while ago, but I'm pretty sure it was. Well, I know it was the Dodgers, but I think they were down 2 in the bottom of the 9th.
Mm.
This is back when Vin Scully was still calling it, and they home run, and won the game.
Really?
Yeah. Back to back home runs and won the game. That was pretty cool.
That is cool. All right, give me your picks here.
All right,
Georgia over or under 9.5 wins?
Under.
Mm-hmm. Texas over or under 9.5 wins?
Definitely under.
Ooh, I thought you were going in the other when you dropped the definite in there. I thought for sure you were going the other way. All right.
No. They still have that quarterback.
Yes, Arch Manning. Yeah, they still got that kid.
Definitely under. Definitely under.
Not an Arch Manning guy. LSU over or under 8.5?
Over.
I realized when I was like, we're all going to die.
We are all going to die. Florida over or under? Dude's like 52 years old. They just realized that we're all going to. He's not going to live forever. Over or under 7.5?
If you ain't a gator, you're gator bait. Definitely over.
You'd be kicked out of our team meeting. You're lucky I'm not going to throw this freaking podium.
All right, we got you in.
All right. Can't wait for the fishing trip.
All right, enjoy the weekend. I would put that, thanks for the call. I would put that on the table. If you want to add to it because it'll be spring, it'll be prime fishing time when this happens, because this gets settled at the end of the Super Bowl, which is mid-February this year. I think am I lying? Is the Super Bowl on Valentine's Day? I might be lying. I think the Super Bowl's like on Valentine's Day or something. I might be lying.
It is.
It's on Valentine's Day?
Oh, yeah.
How do I know that? That's so weird. So the Super Bowl is on Valentine's Day, and right after that is really prime season, fishing season. If you guys want to add that to the mix, you win the grand trifecta. You get a half day fish. We'll go the whole day. I mean, we'll go whatever. We'll go out. The fishing ship with the big dog, and I supply all the equipment. I got all the rods, the reels, everything you need. More baits than we would ever possibly use. We can add that to the mix. Joe Blue is up. Joe Blue, welcome to the show. How are you?
I'm good, sir. How you doing?
I am fantastic.
Good deal. Hey, I missed last week, so if you don't mind, I'll give them real quick.
All right, so last week we got Alabama over or under 8.5.
Under.
Ooh. Tennessee over or under 7.5.
Over.
Certainly hope our fan base hasn't cooled off.
Auburn over or under 6.5.
Over.
Are you guys going to put us in with 3 losses in the playoff?
Vandy over or under 5.5.
Under.
Georgia over or under 9.5.
Over.
Georgia's got pretty good players.
Texas over or under 9.5.
Over.
If I don't play Ohio State and I play Jones Junior High, we're 10-2.
So he's trying to get Jones Junior High on the schedule. LSU over or under 8.5.
Over.
And I realized that I was like, we're all going to die.
And Florida over or under 7.5.
Oh, I'm going to say under.
All right, Joe Blue, we got you in, man.
All right, man. I appreciate y'all.
All right, thank you, Joe Blue. This week only. I'll let you catch up. This week only. Otherwise, you got to catch up on the X. That's the way that would work. All right, I'll give one more before the break because this is a busy guy. He's out there swinging a hammer somewhere. Grumpy, what's going on?
Made pretty good. I like Joe Blue's picks all the way across the board. Joe Blue, good job, man. But I'm going to text mine in a little while.
Okay.
Hey, I just wanted to say, yeah, man, it might be time if how old are you, Tom?
I am 65.
65. When there's 9 minutes left, when there's 8.5 minutes left in a football game, do you feel like you're kind of pushed for time if you're coaching and it's a tie game? 8.5 minutes. How many more possessions do you get in the average college football game in 8.5 minutes?
I think that if you're on defense, 8.5, you could get 2.
Okay. Well, if you do the statistics, 60 minutes in a ball game, you're 65. And that 65. Means if life was a football game, you got 8.5 minutes left in the game.
In my life or in my career? I only got 8.5 minutes left in my life?
Yeah, I think of life like a football game. Yeah, it kind of brings it to home. Yeah, 76 is the average, is the life expectancy of a male in the United States. So, yeah, you're at the 8.5 minute mark.
Okay, so listen to this. This is what I've learned. Because that life expectancy thing, I always think about that. So life expectancy, that's at birth, and that includes all the people that get, killed in Chicago on a weekend, you know what I mean? And you get the 14-year-old that gets shot, and it brings the number down. There's different life I learned this from an insurance guy. There's different life expectancies for a person at a certain age. So the life expectancy of someone that is already at 65 is like 80-something.
Okay.
Isn't that see, that makes sense, doesn't it? Because
I would look at it more like
all those other people.
A soccer game, you get extra time.
Yeah, but any way you cut a Snickers bar, you hit a peanut. Though it's still the average. You know what I mean? So for everybody that died when they were an infant, there's somebody that lived to be 100.
But I'm past that.
Listen,
I'm past. So here it is. A 65-year-old person in the United States can expect to live an average of an additional 19.7 years, reaching approximately 84 or 85 overall. So now my life expectancy is 84 or 85 because I already made it past getting shot in Chicago.
Yeah, there's a thing that I saw, and I'm not buying one. It's a little morbid, but it's called a death clock. And what it is, at the very beginning of your alarm clock, the software asks you 15 or 16 questions, health questions, and then it figures out statistically how long you're going to live from that moment in time once you enter your birthday, and then the clock counts backwards.
I don't want to know about that. When that alarm goes off, I don't want to know about that. Well, that's right.
Yeah.
It's just.
Hey, listen, man. Yeah, I was just going to say, real quick here, Summerall at Florida and the Goalish at Auburn. I remember Auburn offered Summerall and he turned it down. Enough time has gone by now, and maybe all the details have come out. Auburn offered Summerall first, didn't they?
They did. It was their first choice, yeah.
And did we just lowball him and he took offense to it, or did Florida catch the wind of Auburn? Of course, everybody knew we were going to offer him, and then just offer him the whole bank to get him away from. How did that go down?
That's a good question. He apparently, according to sources, all right. Apparently, his problem with Auburn was he was very much concerned with Auburn's hierarchy and the internal interference that you get at Auburn. And he kind of talked to some of the other coaches that, they fire coaches, and it's like they're still paying Gus Malzahn. They're paying like 4 coaches, right now. And I think the DJ Durkin thing was a problem for him as well. He wasn't real thrilled about going into a situation where, they would want him to hang on to a DC and they want to kind of have his own guy. So I think he got spooked. I think he got spooked by Auburn's administration a little bit in the way they handled their business with coaches.
It's not the yellow lumber guy, is it?
Who the yellow lumber guy is the money guy behind a lot of that stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I would have loved to have had Summerall. It's going to be interesting to see at the end of this year who's got the most wins, and did we blow it by not getting him? Thanks, man.
I appreciate you. No, that's going to be a big story as time goes on. That is going to be a big story. Florida was just more attractive to him. Auburn has gotten a little bit of a reputation. They're still paying. I'm pretty sure they're still paying. We put the crack research team on that. Bandy Man's an Auburn man. But see what he says about it. I'm pretty sure he's still paying Gus. He's not an Auburn fan? Bandy Man's not an Auburn fan? Is he rolled to Tide?
I went to Bama for a bit.
Oh, well, but you went to a lot of places.
Sure.
I didn't. Why did I think you were an Auburn man? Maybe I was thinking about Brody.
Definitely
or
Brody.
We've had other guys in there that were Auburn guys.
You know what? It's funny. We don't have any of the Auburn guys anymore.
No, we don't. That's interesting. All the Auburn guys are gone. Just like all the Auburn coaches are gone. So put the crack research team on. Are they still paying Gus? Because I know they're still paying Brian Harsin. They're still paying Hugh Freeze. And now they're paying Goalish. I think they're paying 4 head coaches at Auburn right now. I think that's the case. We'll get a break in. We'll come back. Phone lines remain open, 256-576-4977. Big Ten Media Days is over, and I have just an overall thought about that. We'll get into that as well, and much, much more. It's the Thom Abraham Show. Back with more after this.
AL cert number 21014.
Welcome into the hottest and coolest game show around called The Freeze. Today's contestant, Bob. Bob, can you tell me the heating and air business that provides free service with repair?
Is it Talent Heating and Air Conditioning?
Can you tell me which heating and air business provides free second opinions?
Talent Heating and Air Conditioning.
You are our grand prize winner. You have won a visit from the #1 heating and air business in the Tennessee Valley.
Talent Heating and Air Conditioning?
That's right. Talent Heating and Air is coming to you.
This is Thomas with Talent Heating and Air Conditioning, and you don't have to win a game show to use us. We have free second opinions year-round, and we're doing free service calls with a repair. So just remember, call Talent Heating and Air Conditioning at 256-503-4490 or visit us on our website at talenthvac.com.
station, ignite the fun, let's rock it.
Your Rocket City Trash Pandas are back home August 4th through the 9th. Promotions include a post-game drone show on the 6th. Fireworks close out the evening on the 7th and 8th, plus an appearance by Chase from Paw Patrol on the 9th. Get your tickets and learn more about our weekly promos by visiting tptix.com. That's tptix.com.
Let's rock it.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be performed is greater than the quality of legal services performed by other lawyers.
A wise man once said, "If you take care of old folks and children, everything in the middle will take care of itself."
Hi, I'm Danny Aldridge, lawyer in Alabama and Tennessee. In the next 20 years, the number of those folks over 65 years of age will more than double. In our golden years, the most important goal is to be treated with dignity and have control over doing what makes you grateful with those you love. At the Aldridge Law Firm and the Legal Town Center, we're dedicated to help you with these goals, and we'll be there when life throws you those inevitable curveballs. Let us assist you with your legal needs, whatever they may be or become. You may reach us by phone at 256-534-3188 or online with Dan at danaldridgelaw.com. Just remember, we're here to help. Whether it's personal injury, wrongful death, fraud and cheat, or estate planning made complete, we're here to help.
Thom Abraham here for my friends at All About Water. Crazy name, huh? Well, let me introduce you to them. All About Water is the top pond builder anywhere in the Tennessee Valley, and that includes remodeling or cleaning out existing ponds as well. They also have monthly maintenance plans for your pond. Don't have a pond? Well, how about a fountain or water feature for your property to bring that soothing sound of running water to your happy place? On the other hand, maybe you have water on your property that you don't want. Well, Ryan at All About Water is all about water, so he could take care of that as well. He has a background in fluid dynamics, and what that means is that he can take care of any water issue that you have. Finally, how about that irrigation system that you have or that you want? Well, they do installs and maintenance and repairs on those as well, because they are all about water. Learn more at allaboutwaterllc.com. That's allaboutwaterllc.com.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This segment of the Thom Abraham Show is brought to you by Ross Roberts and his team at Valley Equipment Rental, and they have a brand new product for you. If you happen to be standing on a concrete or tile floor, Valley Equipment has the exact machine for you. Now, whether it's new construction or daily work environments or an area that's been neglected for far too long, the Valley Equipment team of experienced professionals can help you get the right floor scrubber or sweeper for your needs. Call Valley Equipment and ask them for more details on how they can help you out today. And welcome back, Thom Abraham Show. Whether you were with us on a Football Friday, the phone lines are open. We do have your future factor for you today. 4 more teams out of the SEC. We're rolling with Georgia and Texas at 9.5 wins, LSU at 8.5, and Florida at 7.5. If you want to jump on board with that, you can. I'm surprised that Grumpy didn't comment about the possibility of adding a day on the water with me to the prize package for the grand trifecta. The more I think about it, the more I think that's a good idea. Yeah, every once in a while, Philip has a decent idea. Just every once in a while. breaking news. Do I have my breaking news? I got my breaking news here somewhere, don't I? I think I did. I'm yeah, there we go. Be nice if, my mouse is too far from my computer, apparently, John. It doesn't react well. You would think, what is it? Five, what am I, 4 or 5 feet away? Say 4 feet. I think it's 4 feet. My mouse is probably 4 feet from where the dongle goes into the back of the computer, the tower. But it's underneath, and there's like electronics between it and the dongle, and it always seems to be a problem. It's like it doesn't. I have to move it like real close to the dongle for the mouse to work. You see if they got like a extender or something like that for that. Anyway, breaking news:
wireless mic or a wireless mouse.
It is a wireless mouse, obviously.
Oh, okay.
So I'm saying, but if it's 4 feet away from the dongle, it doesn't want to respond. It doesn't move real good.
Just get a wired mouse.
Yeah, maybe that's what I need to do. CBS Sports has placed Tony Romo on leave following his arrest last week, according to ESPN, on suspicion of driving under the influence. Romo received 3 citations from the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office following that traffic stop where he was seen passing cars. So it wasn't just a car, passing cars in a gore area, which separates interstate traffic from cars entering from an on-ramp. I still don't. I have, let me tell you something. They say you learn something every day, right? And it's kind of almost true. It's almost like every day you hear something new or you learn something new. I forget what it was yesterday. That's the other part of it. You get kind of old and then you forget what you learned new. And then so the next day you can learn the same thing again. And it'd be like, well, I learned that again, even though you might have learned it like 2 days before. But I'll be honest with you. Have you ever heard of a gore, a gore area?
No, I have no idea what that is.
I don't have any. I think it's maybe like, when you get on the on-ramp and you're coming up to to get on the interstate, is it the area where like the stripes, like the triangle where the stripes are, and you're supposed to stay in the lane and you kind of like go in the stripes instead, or go on the shoulder, kind of like the shoulder maybe?
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's the stripes. Cutting across the no crossing zone can get you a fine.
So that's the gore area? I heard of that term. Why would it be called gore area? I don't know what that means. Anyway, the story says that he performed poorly on field sobriety tests and was taken into custody, booked and released. The sheriff's office said that Romo had an open container of alcohol in his black Jeep. Court records show Romo was later cited for, quote, refusing to take a test for intoxication after arrest. So it's against the law? I thought you had the choice of whether or not you want to take a breathalyzer or not. So if you refuse a breathalyzer, that's against the law to not take a breathalyzer?
That's not, I would say that's not against the law, but I think
apparently it is.
It gives them a reason to take you downtown.
Tony Romo is on leave from his role at CBS Sports until further notice. Now, his court appearance isn't until September 21st, which would be week 2 of the season. So does this mean, he doesn't do the one CBS preseason game? Does this mean he won't do opening day? What does further notice mean? Does it mean, what if he is, he's a first-time offender, so he's not going to be convicted of anything probably. He's going to get assigned some kind of traffic school or something like that. But according to a deputy told Romo, he suspected him of being impaired. Now, this is interesting because he said a deputy told Romo that it was a female deputy that had stopped him. Well, who's this deputy? Who's this he? A deputy told Romo he suspected him of being impaired because he had red, glassy eyes and an odor of an intoxicating alcoholic beverage. So he smelled like alcohol. I mean, when you see the thing, it didn't look like he was that. We've got it up there for you now on WZZN TV. He does it. He seems cooperative. You can't really tell if his eyes are glassy or red or whatever, but if you've been out playing golf all day, out in the sunshine and sand and everything else, maybe a little bit of that, will give you a little bit of a red, glassy-eyed look. My favorite part of the stop is when the cop asks him, do you have any injuries? He's like, yeah, there's been a few. Freaking quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But then I don't understand the cuffs, and putting them in the back of the car. I don't know. I don't understand the whole thing. But anyway, he's on administrative leave. So there we go. That's the story on that. So wait a minute now. I asked Tyson what his ranking is. Since you guys have taken up pickleball and you get beat by old ladies, it's a relative term. So Tyson said last year he finished in the top 10 in the Southern pickleball rankings for 50 to 54-year-old men. Now, let me just stop right there. I'll be honest with you. I did not know that Scott Tyson was over 50. He doesn't. If you told me that Scott Tyson was 46, 47, 48 years old, I'd probably believe that. So good job by him staying in shape. He finished fourth, which was based on tournament points for the year. The nationally was inside the top 100 for singles. He just fell out of the top 100 because he hasn't played in anything. And he has his first qualifier next week. So he had risen. I said he was like 340 something in the country. He was actually in the top 100, John. So you guys have a pickleball star in your midst.
Well, he's top 100 in his own age group.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Especially because that's an age group that a lot of people play in pickleball.
I'm not sleeping on him at all. All right.
Well, that's a big deal. You know who else is a really good pickleball player? The boss's wife. The boss's wife won some sort of national tournament. They travel all over the place. She won something age group related.
I'll go through the whole bracket, man. I don't care.
Yeah, I have to ask him which one's better, like plastic paddle or a wood paddle. Because I've been using a wood one, and I can put some insane spin on it because of that.
Well, I think it has to do with the surface of the paddle. I have a paddle too. I've played. And you guys get really good, let me know. I'll play with you. I just don't. My problem is that I don't move well. Okay, I like pickleball, and I grew up with a tennis court on our property on the farm, and so I played a lot of racket sports. And I used to play when you hit the ball against the wall there. I used to do that back in the day, but I don't move very well. Like, I would be a champion pickleball player if we could play triples. You know what I mean? Not doubles, triples. I would want to play triples. If you hit it to me, there's a good chance that I'm going to pass you or dink you, and you're going to struggle with my serve. But once the ball is in play, then if I have to move, I'm in trouble. We should invent triples. If we had triples, pickleball, I'd be a thing in triples. I'd be a thing. Big Ten Media Days is wrapped up, and what I realized in Big Ten Media Days, the number of coaches that had the SEC in their mouth leads me to believe that the SEC is still living rent-free in the Big Ten's brain. They win 3 championships, 3 different teams. One of them was a miracle last year. One of them cheated, and then one was Ohio State. They still got to wrap their head around the fact that in the SEC's reign over national championships, Florida won multiple times. Alabama won back-to-back twice. LSU won multiple times. Georgia won back-to-back. When you start doing that, Auburn won one. I mean, since 2010, there's been 5 different SEC teams win a national championship. And 4 of them won multiple national championships. So Indiana got one, Ohio State got one, and Michigan cheated their way to one. Okay. You get all excited. Just relax over there. Obviously, though, since about every one of their coaches had to talk about the SEC, then the SEC is still in their head. All right, we get a break. We'll come back. Steal the mic. If I can get you in, I'll get you in on the other side. Thom Abraham Show. Back with more right after this.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drivers who switch to Progressive have an annual savings of nearly $750. Progressive.com.
Ronald Acuna Jr. and Mike Yastrzemski hit home runs, and Ozzie Albies delivered a 2-run single in the 6th inning to break a 3-all tie. Braves 5-4 over the Nationals yesterday. Today, it's Bryce Elder on the hill, 6-6, a 3.96 ERA, -131 against Foster Griffin of the Nationals, +109. Griffin 12-2, a 2.76 ERA. The PGA Tour, Detroit Golf Club for the Rocket Classic. Peter Malnati, 9 under 61. He's 25-1 to win it. Ricky Fowler and Ryan Gerard, 2 shots back. Gerard +810, Fowler +860. For more, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Hey, I'm Bobby White, and we've got the hottest deals on the coolest rides in North Alabama during our summer sales event at Lynn Layton Ford in Decatur. With your good credit, get 0% financing, 0 payments for 90 days, 0 cost of maintenance for 2 years, and $1,000 down payment assistance on a huge selection of new Fords. Get up to $10,000 off MSRP on remaining 25 Broncos. $10,000 off. While they last, get up to $7,000 off MSRP on 25 Bronco Sports. $7,000 off. Factory fresh new 26 F-150 STX crew cabs started under $41,000, and Lynn Layton Ford will never add any dealer dock fee or ridiculous upcharge. Don't miss out on 0%, 0 payments for 90 days, 0 cost for maintenance for 2 years, and $1,000 down payment assistance on a huge selection of new Fords. Hurry to Lynn Layton Ford in the heart of Ford Country, just a mile south of the Beltline in Decatur, or LynnLaytonFord.com.
When you call most roofing companies, all you'll hear is, you need a new roof. Not when you call Fleming. At Fleming Roofing and Restoration, we're focused on your needs, whether it's an easy repair or a full roof replacement. Folks around here have trusted Fleming since 1965 for all their residential and commercial roofing needs. And as the area's storm damage experts, Fleming knows all the ins and outs of the insurance claims process. Log on FlemingHSV.com to schedule your free estimate today. Fleming Roofing and Restoration. We show up.
Have you ever turned your back on God? Have you ever absolutely known the right thing to do and just turned around and walked away in disobedience? I know that I have. Aren't we thankful for our great and merciful God who loves us and forgives us and remembers our sin no more? I'm so thankful that His mercies are fresh every day. I need that, and I suspect you do too. Hey, I'm John Dees, pastor of Cross Point Church, and if you're looking for a church home, come see us. We're smack dab across the street from the YMCA in Madison, and check us out at cpcfamily.org.
Your Fox 54 weather.
I'm Chief Meteorologist Jordan Dressman. We drop into the lower 70s as we head into the overnight, holding on to the opportunity for a little bit of rain. We'll get a break as we head into your Saturday afternoon, but through the later part of Saturday afternoon, early into Saturday evening, some stronger, marginally severe thunderstorms are going to be possible across the Tennessee Valley, so something we're going to want to be mindful of. Temperatures climbing into the upper 80s.
Your Fox 54 weather, only on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Thom Abraham here for my friends at All About Water, LLC. Look, those spring and summer rains are going to hit at some point, and when they do, you need Ryan at All About Water to help you deal with keeping it away from your foundation or doing damage on your property. Now, his background is in fluid dynamics, and that assures you that they can handle any job, including building and maintaining a pond or any other sort of water feature. Learn more at allaboutwaterllc.com. That's allaboutwaterllc.com. back. Thom Abraham Show. Well, let me get Steeler Mike in here. He doesn't have to wait through the break. And we got Anthony Dasher coming up at the top of the hour. Steeler Mike, welcome in. How are you?
Hey, Tommy, how are we this morning? Happy Friday to you, sir.
I am fantastic. Happy Friday to you, too.
Well, hey, I just wanted to comment on your last, Drew and Scotty's last interview with Juwan Simpson, formerly Juwan Garth. I had the pleasure of being his receiver coach his senior year at Austin High School. He's the new head football coach at East Limestone High School.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say to your viewers, if you've got a son and, if you want him to learn how to play the game right and you have the ability to go to East Limestone High School and play football, Tommy, he's going to teach the game like we were taught it. He's going to teach it in a manner of it's going to be physical. You're going to be disciplined. And I'm telling you, I haven't been to an East Limestone football game in 25 years, but I'll be going this year to watch Juwan.
Cool.
He's a former Alabama graduate. He graduated in the top 5% of his class at Austin High School. I can tell you he made me a good receiver coach because he was so great and worked so hard. But he's just a fantastic guy, and I would love for my sons, grandsons to play for him, and just want to shout out his kudos out there because he's a fantastic guy, a fantastic coach, and even a better person.
Hopefully those guys are listening. I'm sure they appreciate that as well. I missed it. I didn't hear it. I was putting the finishing touches on my show, so I don't usually catch their show right before me. But I'll make sure that they hear that. That's good stuff. Yeah, he's gonna do a great job there.
See you, buddy.
All right, man. Two. Steal the mic. All right, hour number one is in the hopper. Anthony Dasher is coming up next from UGA Sports. We'll take a preview of the Dogs. Are they underrated? We'll ask him right after this. Football Friday in the Doghouse. Back with more in a moment.
The Orthopedic Center. It's in the name. TOC, the premier choice for all your orthopedic needs. With over 40 physicians and 20 centers of excellence, TOC is the name to trust for complete, expert orthopedic care. And that word center, we mean it. With more than a dozen locations across North Alabama and the Tennessee Valley, TOC is in your community whenever you need us. As the state's largest orthopedic practice, TOC is built on trust. Trust we've earned with every patient we serve. You can see that trust on the field, too. As the official sports medicine provider for the Huntsville Havoc, Huntsville City Football Club, Oakwood and Alabama A&M universities, thousands of athletes and coaches count on TOC to keep them in the game. From student athletes to unexpected injuries, our urgent ortho clinics offer prompt, expert care. No appointment necessary. So remember, when it comes to your health and mobility, trust the name that says it all. TOC, helping you live a better life.
The climb starts now. Quarterback Cam Ward enters year 2 with something to prove.
Ham takes a shotgun snap, throws short side. That is a Titans touchdown.
New Titans head coach Robert Saleh leads the charge from the sidelines. And in year 2 behind the mic, Taylor Zarzer sets the scene with Ramon Foster. Hear every moment on this great Titans radio station.
Your home of the Tennessee Titans is 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Hey, I'm Bobby White, and we've got the hottest deals on the coolest rides in North Alabama during our summer sales event at Lynn Layton Ford in Decatur. With your good credit, get 0% financing, 0 payments for 90 days, 0 cost of maintenance for 2 years, and $1,000 down payment assistance on a huge selection of new Fords. Get up to $10,000 off MSRP on remaining 25 Broncos. $10,000 off. While they last, get up to $7,000 off MSRP on 25 Bronco Sports. $7,000 off. Factory fresh new 26 F-150 STX crew cabs started under $41,000, and Lynn Layton Ford will never add any dealer dock fee or ridiculous upcharge. Don't miss out on 0%, 0 payments for 90 days, 0 cost for maintenance for 2 years, and $1,000 down payment assistance on a huge selection of new Fords. Hurry to Lynn Layton Ford in the heart of Ford country, just a mile south of the Beltline in Decatur, or LynnLaytonFord.com.
Welcome to Kern Electrical, where teamwork powers every project. Our champion sales team takes time to understand your needs, tailoring the perfect Generac generator for your project. Managers handle all coordination, ensuring a tackle-free installation. Our certified installation crews ensure peace of mind, even in the darkest moments. With our service and maintenance lineups, you can be assured we're with you every step of the way. Experience the home team advantage of Kern Electrical, your Generac superstore.
Most current way to keep your power on. GeneracSuperstore.com.
WZZN, Union Grove, Huntsville, Alabama. 97.7 ESPN, The Zone.
Thom Abraham here for my longtime friend Mike Owen of Owen Home Appliance. You know, Mike has over 25 years experience in the appliance industry, and since 2017, Owen Home Appliance has served customers in the Tennessee Valley with a focus on quality products, affordable prices, and excellent customer service. Owen Home Appliance prides themselves on community involvement as well, sponsoring local teams and events while making sure that you get the right appliance at the right price. Visit their highly interactive showroom in Lacey Springs, just 8 miles south of the river on 231.
This is Brent Musburger's VSIN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drivers who switch to Progressive have an annual savings of nearly $750. Progressive.com.
Ronald Acuna Jr. and Mike Yastrzemski hit home runs at Ozzie Albies, delivered a 2-run single in the 6th inning to break a 3-all tie. Braves 5-4 over the Nationals yesterday. Today it's Bryce Elder on the hill, 6-6, a 3.96 ERA, minus 131 against Foster Griffin of the Nationals, plus 109. Griffin 12-2, a 2.76 ERA. The PGA Tour, Detroit Golf Club for the Rocket Classic. Peter Malnati 9 under 61. He's 25-1 to win it. Ricky Fowler and Ryan Gerard 2 shots back. Gerard plus 810, Fowler plus 860. For more, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
You need to move more like a dog, like what you guys are doing. Or you've got your fingertip on the pulse of your listeners. Guys know what they're talking about. Be a dog. God bless the show. You are the Messiah. We need more dogs. Listen to that show on radio.
The big dog, Thom Abraham, is here with you.
Hey, I see you. Hey, I see you, dog.
So settle in and get your bark on. That's my dog. Now live. Here he is, the big dog. Let's go, baby! Thom Abraham.
How you doing? 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 How you doing?
Look, I don't speak Spanish.
I don't know how to say this, so I'm going to choose my words very carefully. I think you're a psycho.
Do you know who I am?
I mean, that guy sounds like El McPherson farting into Miles Davis' trumpet.
I guess I'm on here. Am I on? Can somebody respond? Get off my
I have to drag my Yankee ass out of here.
Oh, yeah, that music can only mean one thing, that it is Football Friday in the Doghouse. Football music throughout the show today. We also have your Owen Home Appliance Friday trifecta. In future fecta mode. No, that is not a 70s game show. That is the original Monday Night Football music. We got your future fecta for you as well. We'll get back to your phone calls on that. You can get in on that as well on the text window. It is posted on all the social media sites, and you can find it at Thom Abraham Show on X, where you can go. As we welcome in a new audience listening in Nashville on Nashville Sports Radio and in Murfreesboro as well. Also, of course, our friends at 97.7 The Zone in Huntsville and ESPN Winchester in Winchester, Tennessee. So we appreciate all of you. Your phone number, of course, 256-576-4977. That's good wherever, however you consume the show. Text window is 7329-TA-SHOW, 732-982-7469. Watch the show on WZZN TV and on YouTube, Facebook, X. My X feed again, at Thom Abraham Show. You can find it there. And if you go there, you're going to find the smiling face of one Anthony Dasher from UGAsports.com, joining us for a preview of the Dogs this season. They are one of the teams in our future fecta over under win totals for today. And Anthony joins us on the Neighbors Wealth Management hotline. Anthony, welcome back to the show. How are you?
Hey, Tom, I'm doing great.
Appreciate you being with us. So 9.5 is the number. It feels a little low. Is this, I know that the media, the SEC media selected Georgia to win the SEC championship. I also can't believe that there was only 163 votes. There was 1,100 media members there. 163 votes was all that were tabulated. But it almost feels like Georgia's flying a little bit under the radar nationally right now. Because apparently the SEC is just not even a thing anymore. It's like the Sun Belt and the SEC, they're the same thing, apparently. But do you feel like that Georgia's flying a little under the radar?
Definitely, I think that's the case. 9.5, I was very surprised at that number. I definitely got it over. I think this is a Georgia team that can win, 10 or 11 games, kind of like what we're used to seeing, from the Bulldogs. But, yeah, I agree. I mean, wasn't a lot of hype, a lot of buzz. You can maybe even say that for a couple of other teams. I know there's a lot of talk about Alabama not getting a lot of buzz, in Tampa, as well. But no question, Georgia, for a team again that was picked to, the media that voted, to pick to win the whole SEC, was a little bit surprised there wasn't as much talk about them as might have ordinarily have been.
Yeah, I've been saying all month about. Kurt Cignetti is getting a lot of love in all of these polls, who's the best coach in college football and so on. And I'm like, Cignetti did a wonderful job. There's no doubt what he did there is amazing. But let's just pump the brakes for a moment and look at the 10-year run that Kirby Smart has been on as a head coach at Georgia. And he's won a couple of these national championships, played for another one, won 4 SEC titles. I mean, I'm hard-pressed thinking that there's anybody in the country that's a better coach right now than Kirby Smart.
Well, he certainly got the resume for it. I mean, since Coach Saban stepped down, I think most knowledgeable people about college football pretty much agree that Kirby is the one that's kind of out there right now. And and no doubt Kurt Cignetti did an outstanding job with Indiana, last year, and I think is one of the better coaches in the country. But when you look at what Kirby has done over his 10 years at UGA, you're hard pressed to beat that. And then just from that standpoint alone, I think he's the best coach.
So let's talk about Gunnar Stockton. It all starts with him. And, Gunnar's, you look at Gunnar, you interview Gunnar, you talk to Gunnar, whatever, you feel like you're talking to a 30-year-old veteran of the NFL. You know what I mean? He doesn't seem like a kid. Yeah. But here he is now, veteran quarterback in the SEC. It starts with him. And, the first question that Georgia fans and fans around the country always ask is, can you win a championship with Gunnar Stockton? And based on the the whole body of work, he's not asked to be some guy that's going to go throw for 4,000 yards and 40 touchdowns. But it does seem to be he's a guy that can win for you.
Well, he's proven that so far. I mean, Gunnar is one of these guys. He's just this is just cliche. I know all that. It's just hard nosed, just a gutty guy. And we saw it 2 years ago in the SEC championship game against Texas, where he takes the hit at the goal line, pops back up, but. Curry actually gave an example of kind of what he means to the team. They had a recent leadership conference or a trip rather to North Carolina. And if you were at media days, you may have already heard this story, but they were doing a whitewater rafting trip, and the guide was asking for volunteers who wanted to get to the front of the boat. And Gunnar was the first one to immediately jump up, raise his hand. Hey, coach, I'll do it. So he did. And that kind of epitomized, kind of what he is to the team. That he's the guy, he's the leader, he's the one who was willing to take all the shots and to do whatever he can to help Georgia win. Now, you talk to your average Georgia fan, they want to see more explosive plays. Kirby wants to see more explosive plays. But as far as leadership qualities, the guy who now has been there and done that in the SEC. You're going to be hard pressed to find a more experienced, a more knowledgeable quarterback right now than Gunnar Stockton.
What about this offensive line? It seems like they got a lot of experience back in the offensive line, which is going to, bode well. You need time for that quarterback to do the things that he needs to do, and you need to open some holes because Georgia, first and foremost, always wants to run the ball. It's anchored by the Bobo kid in the middle, but really the whole line just seems to be, a pretty experienced group.
Yeah, it is. And even though they lost some key guys last year, they bring a lot of guys back. I think the big question is probably, Ernest Green at left tackle. Ernst is not your, prototypical left tackle. He's only 6'4", about I say only, and 320 pounds. He's a big dude, but not like you're used to seeing at left tackle when you have guys 6'6", 330, whatever, and long arms. He doesn't fit that role. But he's got to stay healthy. If he can stay healthy, I think I think Georgia, will be fine. Otherwise you've got Dontrell Glover at left guard. You mentioned Drew Bobo. They could have a true freshman now at right guard, and Zyke Helton. Zyke has opened eyes from the first day he stepped on campus back in late December. And then you've got Juan Gaston, who's just a giant, 6'8", 340 pounds at right tackle. So a lot of size with the offensive line. A lot of guys got a lot of experience last year, and I feel like that could be one of their, the team's strengths this season.
I mean, you can, in the backfield, you can always go all the way back to Nick Chubb and Sony Michel and those guys. It always seems that there was at least a two-headed monster of running backs there that were going to be studs. Talk to me about this group that they've got, headed up by Nate Frazier.
Exactly. It starts with Nate Frazier, who's had 2 very good years with the Bulldogs. You got him. You got Chauncey Bowens, who was playing very well last year until he got hurt late in the season, came back, and they think, like you said, they think he'll be a very good 1-2 combination. But something that does obviously hurt them, and Kirby talked about this in Tampa. They have lost Dante Dowdle, the transfer from Kentucky. Was back home in Mississippi, was in an ATV accident, and they don't know if the young man is going to play football again. Just a terrible situation. I mean, he's getting better. He was at Shepherd's Center in Atlanta for his recovery. So, but he's not somebody that can be counted on, right now. So that leaves them with Dwight Phillips and Bo Walker, the other 2 running backs who have actually played, taking some college snaps. So maybe a little bit of precarious position if they do get an injury there. But I think if you're talking Nate Frazier, Chauncey Bowens, they could be one of the better combos, I think, in the league.
Yeah, Anthony Dasher with us here at UGAsports.com talking about the Bulldogs going into this season. The other thing that always was a hallmark of this team, obviously, has been defense. Kirby's a defensive guy. They always, when they're winning championships, they're playing great defense. And it seems to be, in my mind, I remember the front seven of a few years ago where it seems like there was 4 or 5 first-round draft picks, over a period of 2 or 3 years into the NFL off of that front seven. Now, they bring back a lot of production from last year. Talk about this team defensively, because, you take a lot of pressure off your offense if you only got to score, 17 to 20 points to win football games.
And I think they're going to be pretty stout this year. I think for Georgia, it's going to start up in the middle with Elijah Griffin, sophomore, former 5-star from Savannah. He's a guy who drew some, Jalen Carter comparisons when he first came in. Just 310 pounds, massively strong. Had a very good freshman year. Was made the postseason, all freshman team, that kind of thing. But he's somebody who's taking some major steps. If he can command double teams like they think he's going to do, that's going to open up for guys like Gabe Harris, Quintavious Johnson, outside linebacker. Georgia needs to get more sacks than they did last year. They finished dead last in the conference. Not to say they weren't able to get pressure, but they need to do a better job actually getting quarterbacks to the ground. But you look at the guys they return, the guys they added in the secondary, Khalil Barnes, they bring over from Clemson. Is going to be the star, play the star position. This year it's a very deep group, and they think it's one. I'm not going to sit here and say it's going to be like the 21 and 22 Bulldog defense, but it's a group they think it can be one of the better defenses they've had in the last 2 or 3 years.
So 4 of the first 5 games are at home. Oklahoma's going to be a thing this year. I really believe that.
Sure,
I think that Oklahoma game is going to be a tough one in week 4. But there's an excellent chance here that they are 5-0 when they head to Tuscaloosa on October 10th. And, man, we know that that's been a bugaboo in the regular season. You wonder, they beat Alabama like a drum in the SEC championship game. You wonder how much of that would a veteran team could carry over into that visit to Tuscaloosa, and they can finally break through, in the regular season and get one of those.
Yeah, and I think Alabama is still a game. I know Georgia fans still scares them to death a little bit because of historically, Bama's had Georgia's number. Now, like you said, the SEC championship was a different story. Georgia played very well, and Bama, didn't play its best game, but. That's one that's, if they can get past that, then I think you're looking at Georgia, until they get to that Ole Miss game, has a chance to maybe, do something kind of special. But Alabama game, no doubt, is one that I know a lot of Georgia fans, I don't care what the records are, you can kind of take that one if you're a Bulldog and really kind of circle that one.
cocktail party will be in Atlanta this year.
Yeah.
That's kind of a cool thing. And then there's that trip to Ole Miss, right after that. They don't want to be looking ahead because who knows, what Florida under John Summerall will be like. A rivalry game, you never you always sort of records out. But, yeah, it feels like that's the other game that is problematic is that Ole Miss game. So, it's not hard. Man, at 9.5 just seems low. I mean, they would have to lose all three of those games, for them to be 9-3. And I just said, it's just hard to imagine that can happen. But that one at Ole Miss will be a thing, too.
That's the one game. Like I said, I picked Georgia to go 11-1 regular season this year, and the Ole Miss game was actually the one I picked Georgia, to lose just because of who Ole Miss has coming back on offense of, Trinidad and Lacey at running back, and those two studs that are going to be hard for anybody to kind of control this year. But yeah, I agree. Otherwise, I mean, the Oklahoma game is going to be that's going to be a battle. I mean, both defenses, I think, are really maybe the top two in the SEC. I know Texas is going to be very good as well, but you can take the Georgia defense, the Oklahoma defense. I mean, points are going to be a real premium, I think, in that ball game. And then if Georgia can get over the mental hump of winning a game in Tuscaloosa, then I think they've got a chance to win on out until they get that Ole Miss contest. But yeah, 9.5 I think is way low for this team this year, and I don't think I would be betting on that to happen.
I have been 11-1 as well, but I am losing in Tuscaloosa and winning in Oxford. I'm not, Pete Golding, and we watched him closely in Alabama, when he was with Nick Saban there, and I know Nick Saban's very fond of him and everything, but Pete Golding strikes me as he's a guy I want to hang with. He's a guy I'd like to go, to Baumhouse with and have dinner and watch some games on TV and so on, but I'm not 100% sold yet. That Pete Golding is all of that in a bag of nuts as a head football coach. I got to see it first, with him being a head football coach. I could see them slipping a little bit, so we'll see how that one shakes out. A little more confidence in Kalen DeBoer at home in a big game. Kalen DeBoer playing Georgia Tech, I don't know if I lose that football game, but against Georgia, it seems like they have a tendency to get up and be ready to play that one.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's just one of those teams. I mean, you see that throughout college football. Some teams have trouble with particular ones, and Alabama has kind of been that way for Georgia. But although, like I said, after what happened in the SEC championship game, maybe that confidence is a little bit different now than what it's been in past years.
Anthony Dasher has been our guest. Anthony, we appreciate you so much helping us out with the dogs, and look forward to chatting during the season.
And we'll do it.
Thank you. That's Anthony Dasher. A great job covering the dogs. One of our go-to guys over there in Athens when we want to talk a little bit of Georgia Bulldogs. All right, so we have your future factor for you. Georgia's one of the teams that is on the list. In case you missed it earlier, I said I'm only going to do this one time this year, but I kind of surprised you guys last week when I rolled out the future factor. When I had originally said it was going to start on July 31st, and then I said, the heck with it, and I rolled it out last Friday. So today, if you need to, I will let you pick last week's 4 games and this week's 4 games. Otherwise, just do it all online, and you could do that right up until toe meets leather. But in the meantime, on the air today, if you want to get in on last week's, I'll do that as well. So last week's games were Alabama at 8.5 totals. Over or under, regular season only. Alabama at 8.5, Tennessee at 7.5, Auburn at 6.5, and Vandy at 5.5. And this week, the ones that we have added for you this week is Georgia at 9.5.
Georgia's got pretty good players.
We added to the mix Texas also at 9.5.
If I don't play Ohio State and I play Jones Junior High, we're 10-2.
We also added LSU at 8.5.
I realized that I was like, we're all going to die.
We're all going to die. Dude's like 52 years old and just figured it out that we're all going to, I think he thought he was going to live forever. And John Summerall's Florida Gators at 7.5.
You'd be kicked out of our team meeting. You're lucky I'm not going to throw this freaking podium.
All right, so if you want in on that, 256-5764. 97.7, that will get you into the show. All right, we'll come back with more right after this. It's the Thom Abraham Show on a Football Friday.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Brent Musburger's VSiN Action Update on 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Drivers who switch to Progressive have an annual savings of nearly $750. Progressive.com.
Ronald Acuna Jr. and Mike Yastrzemski hit home runs at Ozzie Albies, delivered a 2-run single in the 6th inning to break a 3-all tie. Braves 5-4 over the Nationals yesterday. Today it's Bryce Elder on the hill, 6-6, a 3.96 ERA, -131 against Foster Griffin of the Nationals, +109. Griffin 12-2, a 2.76 ERA. The PGA Tour, Detroit Golf Club for the Rocket Classic. Peter Malnati, 9 under 61. He's 25-1 to win it. Ricky Fowler and Ryan Gerard, 2 shots back. Gerard +810, Fowler +860. For more, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This is Jen with The Haven, a private event space located downtown Huntsville. If you haven't been before, this is the perfect spot for your event. Whether it's Christmas, the holidays, birthdays, weddings, rehearsal dinners, you name it, I can provide that perfect event for you. We tailor everything just for your needs, from food to flowers to the band to drinks. You name it, we've got it. The Haven, located at Meridian Crossings, downtown Huntsville.
Thom Abraham here for my friends at All About Water. Crazy name, huh? Well, let me introduce you to them. All About Water is the top pond builder anywhere in the Tennessee Valley, and that includes remodeling or cleaning out existing ponds as well. They also have monthly maintenance plans for your pond. Don't have a pond? Well, how about a fountain or water feature for your property to bring that soothing sound of running water to your happy place? On the other hand, maybe you have water on your property that you don't want. Well, Ryan at All About Water is all about water, so he could take care of that as well. He has a background in fluid dynamics, and what that means is that he could take care of any water issue that you have. Finally, how about that irrigation system that you have or that you want? Well, they do installs and maintenance and repairs on those as well, because they are all about water. Learn more at allaboutwaterllc.com. That's allaboutwaterllc.com.
WASP Asset Software, delivered by our Next Level software team, helps you track every asset with ease, giving you total visibility over your tools, equipment, and IT assets from everywhere.
With WASP, our customers have reduced loss, improved accountability, and saved hours of tracking down what they own and where it is.
This is proven technology, and I urge you to ask about it.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best, and this machine has it all, with features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
If you're ready to lower your utility bills, it's time to call Eagle Insulation. Eagle can handle it all. Attic re-insulation, insulation removal, wall insulation, and new construction insulation, commercial and residential. Our primary goal is to save you money, and lots of it. Typical clients realize their return on investment within 3 to 6 months. That means the re-insulation actually pays for itself and then some. See if we can help you. Contact Eagle Insulation today, 256-755-1556, or log on insulatewitheagle.com.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This segment of the show is brought to you by Lynn Leighton Ford. That's right. My good friend Bobby White is now at Lynn Leighton, and I'm right there with him. And you know what you'll never find at Lynn Leighton Ford? Some mysterious dock fee that can be like $600, $700, or $800. The price you saw advertised is the price you'll pay. That's the Lynn Leighton way. You see, transparency is important in buying these days, and that's what you get at Lynn Leighton Ford in Decatur. I made the move, and so should you, to Lynn Leighton Ford. Welcome back, Thom Abraham Show. Phone lines are open 256-576-4977. Tony Romo placed on leave, indefinite leave by CBS as he sorts out his issues with that deal in Wisconsin, the DUI thing in Wisconsin, or whatever they call it there, OWI. Everybody has a different term for it, but operating under the influence is what it was. Now, apparently, he was one of the things he was cited for charged with was not taking a breathalyzer test. And I didn't know that if you didn't take a breathalyzer test that was a thing, that was a problem. But according to the Phillip, he says typically refusing a breathalyzer means an automatic 1-year loss of license. He signs it free Tony Romo. Well, John, do we find it coincidental that the Phillip has given us this information? I mean, do you think he knows this by, from firsthand knowledge, or, what is it? Why is it that the Phillip knows what happens if you refuse a breathalyzer test?
Well, I think he's just very much intrigued with this story because Tony Romo's like his second father or something.
Oh, so it's not. Well, Tony Romo's 46. The Phillip is closer to my age.
That doesn't matter. When you look up to somebody, you look up to him.
Maybe it's like a second son? Maybe?
No.
No? You're going to go with second father?
Yep. Fathers, hey, you know what? Fathers don't need to be older than their sons.
Wait. That might be an all-time quote. Clip that, Bandy Man. So fathers don't need to be necessarily older than their sons. Okay. All right. I apparently have to have the talk with you. Apparently I need to explain to you the way this works. The way that system works. I don't think that's a true statement.
It can happen, though.
Yeah. Maybe it can happen. Sad to hear about the demise of the Birmingham Stallions. This really kind of bothered me. I mean, this is one of the greatest on-field teams in spring football history. In their 5 years playing spring ball, they won 3 straight championships and went to 4. It was last year under A.J. McCarron that they slipped. But the UFL has decided to move on from the Birmingham Stallions and Houston. Whether you call them the Gamblers or the Roughnecks, they're leaving Houston. And I'll be honest, I put this 100% on the league itself, honestly. I put this squarely on the league. They did a very, very poor job promoting these teams in their cities. And even, St. Louis, now the main reason it was given by the league was the venue, which they say is just too big for the U. Obviously, it's a wonderful stadium, protective stadium in downtown Birmingham, state-of-the-art, 40,000-seat stadium. But, to be honest with you, UAB doesn't draw there either. And the Stallions weren't drawing there. And according to the league, even when they had 16,000 people at opening day, it felt like nothing because the place holds 40,000. They want to play in these soccer stadiums. They want to play in these 20 to 30,000 seat soccer stadiums. Now, St. Louis, the Battlehawks, they still play in the 70,000 seat dome in St. Louis. However, they cover up the upper deck, so they just use the lower bowl. And they led the league in attendance this year with over 23,000 a game, which is more than twice as much that Louisville had at their games. Louisville was second with 11,000 a game. Now, 2 years ago in St. Louis, they averaged 34,000 a game. Last year, they averaged 29,000 a game. This year, it's 23,000 a game. So it's steadily dropping. They don't have any presence in these communities, any local presence. Now, in D.C., the stadium there that the Defenders play in is a little soccer stadium that's a 20,000-seat soccer stadium. And they went from 14,000. John, remember the what do they call it? The beer snake with the cups and all that stuff. And, at D.C. And they were averaging 14,000 a game 2 years ago, 13,000 a game, last year. And then this past year, it dropped all the way to 9,000 a game. The championship game was there. They were the host team, and they had 19,000 for that. They called it a sellout, even though it was just over 19,000 at 20,000-seat stadium. But they dropped all the way to 9,000 a game. I mean, they were empty. At D.C., they're not promoting these teams in the communities. Now, the TV ratings are up for the UFL. The TV ratings went up. The attendance went down. So where does the league go with Birmingham and Houston? They're committed to 8 teams this year. They said they're going to have 10 in 2027. They're going to have 8 teams again. They said they're going to have 10 teams, one of which will be a team in Oklahoma City in 2028. And they said by 2030, they're going to have 12 teams. And that might actually happen in 2029 because there's so many towns that are interested in having them. But where did the Stallions go? Now, the league has talked with people in New England, Austin, Texas, Boise, Idaho, Albuquerque, Raleigh, North Carolina, Charleston, South Carolina, the Queens, New York. They talked about them, and they talked about Salt Lake City in the past. But they're looking for these soccer-type stadiums or stadiums in that 20-ish thousand seat range. Well, you know what holds 20,000 seats? How about Louis Cruz Stadium? Stop trying to go into these big, huge cities. Maybe you go someplace. First of all, Huntsville proper is bigger than Birmingham proper. They don't have Hoover, but they got Madison. Would you support the Stallions if they were the North Alabama Stallions? If they were playing in Louis Cruz Stadium, it's a perfect size. Louis Cruz is perfect for that league, 20,000. Exactly what they need. But they're looking at places like Austin and Salt Lake City and Queens. They're going to go to New York City. They don't need to go play in New York City. Doesn't make any sense. What about Geodis Park in Nashville? They act like they don't want other stuff there, but they've had flag football there. What does Geodis Park hold? That's a soccer stadium that holds, 30,000? I think it's right around 30,000. Would you support? Now, I'm not a big fan of them going into NFL cities, but I wonder if Nashville would show up for spring football from the UFL. But I'll tell you what, John. I'd be all over it if they went and played in Louis Cruz Stadium.
I would as well, especially because I feel like Birmingham, there's a lot of things you can do. In Huntsville, it's really just go out downtown for 2 seconds and then possibly find yourself at a pro sporting event.
In 2024, the UFL averaged 12,800 a game, but that's skewed because they had 34,000 at St. Louis. The rest were all, DC had 14,000, and then everybody else was 10, 9. Memphis had 6. And then in 2025, they dropped to 12,300, again, led by St. Louis with 29,000. Memphis had under 4,000. Houston had 5,700. And Birmingham averaged 10,600. The 2 years Birmingham was winning a championship or going to the championship, they were averaging around 10,000. We had 17,000 a game at Legion Field for the Alliance. But you know what the difference was? for the Birmingham Iron? The difference was they had local ownership or local representation, local general manager, president. So that's what they're going to do now in the UFL. They're going to have a president in each city. But they had local. The team was local. They lived local. We had a welcome, deal. I mean, we ended up with a league that got disbanded after 7 games, played 4 home games at Legion Field, all afternoon games because you got to shoot your way in and shoot your way out of that neighborhood at night. And we averaged 17,000 a game. Yet the Birmingham Stallions, the best team in the league, playing in a brand new downtown stadium, averaged 10,000 a game? No local presence. LSU Lynch is up. LSU Lynch, welcome to the show. How are you?
Look here, let's get this breathalyzer crap washed, okay? In Alabama, they tell you, my conference, you don't blow, okay? You lose your license for 45 days, okay? Other states vary, okay? But let's just knock it. Let's knock it. I've had it. I did it one time, and I learned. But it's
did you take it or
days.
did you not take
when
it?
Your cop buddies, but look here, when your cop buddies tell you you don't blow, because they still have to prove that you're guilty. They can't prove it. Now, if you're in an accident that you kill people, that may change it. They may take blood.
Yeah.
But just something like that, yeah. Hey, look here, we was busting your balls yesterday. You screwed your boss over him attending or not being able to attend a sports award show. They said that was your fault because you screwed up the scheduling. You didn't notify him. That's why he went to the beach.
Yeah, no, not quite that way. We're kind of locked.
Okay.
We're locked in. I'll tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you the true story now. We are locked in to a certain week every year because that week is when all the players are available. It's the dead week, you know what I mean, for all these high school players and things like that. So, and I'm not the one that is actually responsible for the date. It's really Scott Tyson. But he's the one who usually, Scott will give us a date, and I think they're already locked in next year for like June 22nd, something like that. We're locked in a year in advance. So, the boss has a lot of other things that he's doing. But apparently putting the Rocket City Awards on his calendar is not one of them. But that's always his vacation week. We don't do it intentionally because we want him there. But it's, we're locked into when the dead week is, when we could get college and high school players there. That's the truth.
Okay, that's your story. Look, hey, Grasshopper, did you try the sauce, son?
I did try the sauce. I had it on 2 things yesterday. My cold cut sandwich as soon as I got home, and then my beef and rice tacos.
Oh, hell yeah. Go LSU.
Why is he not making his picks? Oh, he's going to send him. He uses the text window. He uses the text window when he makes his picks. Wolverine Dan doesn't use the text window to make his picks. I don't even know if he knows what a text window is.
Yeah, I got your text window. Don't worry. Hey, I'm getting better, Tom, okay?
You're getting better. You're getting a little better at it, yeah.
Well, the only thing I'm not better at is building a deck. God, Lord, it's kicking my butt. I just did 10 more holes for posts. Tom, I'm not young anymore, Tom. I used to, God, when I was young, I could just go all day, all night.
Well, let me ask you a question. How are you digging the post holes for your deck? By hand?
Well, half of them by hand, and the other half, I finally said, I'm sorry. Should have said that word. A post hole digger.
Yeah, you go. What you do is you go to Valley Equipment Rental and you get a post hole digger and you drill the holes. It takes 2 seconds. I built many decks. You drill, boom.
Anyway, I told Ginger, I said, no more big stuff. I said, just the little stuff now. I'm going to piddle. That's it.
Do you know how to, have you ever built the deck before? Do you know what you need to do with the lag bolts? You need to have a certain kind of big drill bit and to drill the.
Yeah. We got everything. It's all taken care of.
Okay.
Anyway, before I pass out, let's do these picks.
All right. Georgia, over or under 9.5 wins.
Over.
Georgia's got pretty good players.
Texas, over or under 9.5 wins.
Let's go over.
Okay, we'll go over. I hate this mouse.
If I don't play Ohio State and I play Jones Junior High, we're 10-2.
Killing my vibe, man. LSU, over or under 8.5.
Let's go over there too. Why not?
I realized that I was like, we're all going to die.
Apparently, you're going to die sooner than some of the rest of us the way you're talking. Florida, over or under 7.5.
Under.
Now, you didn't get last week's in, it appears to me. Do you want to go ahead and knock those out, too?
Yeah, I thought I texted to you. I guess maybe I did. Okay.
I did. Maybe you did.
All
Maybe
right,
you did.
Go ahead.
Bama at 8.5.
Way under.
Way under. UT at 7.5.
Yay, Rocky flopped. They're under.
Certainly hope our fan.
Oh, you say under?
Yeah, Rocky flopped.
Rocky
Under.
flop. Oh, okay. Auburn at 6.5. I know you're a closet Auburn fan.
Yeah, I go over and over.
Are you guys going to put us in with 3 losses in the playoff?
It was a classic. And Vanderbilt at 5.5.
I think they're going to be under that. I think once his face is gone, they're done.
Yeah, what's his face is gone. They got the number 1 quarterback recruit in the country. You know, in Jared Curtis. Don't sleep on that team.
But if you're on your back, you can't really help your team.
Well, why would he be? I don't know if he's going to be on his back. I just think we're selling Vandy way short. But, all right.
All right. Well, I'll try to hang in there, Tom, and
don't die.
I'll have a picture of me in my pool with my deck and everything. So I'll send it to you.
All right. Don't die.
Yeah, don't die. All right. See you later.
I mean, it's a no-brainer, right? You go to Valley Equipment Rental, and you get yourself a post hole digger, and you drop a handheld post hole digger, and you knock those things out like it's nothing. You gotta work smart. You don't work harder, you work smarter. I'm not sure. I don't understand what he's doing there. Doesn't make any sense to me. Baseball update. All of a sudden, the Phillies are just falling off the face of the earth again. The Braves get the win yesterday, and that's their second in a row. But the Phillies lose their third in a row. They're 2-8 in their last 10, and the Phillies are falling all the way back now 7 games behind Atlanta. So Atlanta is kind of kicking it into gear once again. And part of that, well, they're not playing great. They're playing 600 ball right now. But but the Phillies are not pushing at all. The Marlins fell apart. They're 3-7 out, coming off of their 12-game losing streak, so they're not doing anything there. The White Sox took the Yankees out in extra innings for the second time. The Yankees just do not play good fundamental baseball. They just don't. Strike out an incredible amount of times, and now Tampa Bay with a 3.5-game lead over the Yankees. However, still, no one is going to the Tampa Bay games. No one. And what they're doing now is they're in the midst of trying to get a new stadium built there. They thought they had everything in order to get a new stadium in Tampa Bay, and now that's all falling apart again. And let me tell you, it would be a huge mistake for anybody in Tampa other than the owner to build the stadium. If he wants to be stupid and build a stadium there anywhere in the Tampa Bay area for his baseball team, then you go ahead and do it on your own dime, because this is a case where it's just not going to happen. They did this in Miami. Think about this. Miami's a team that's won the World Series twice in their short history. They're 2-time winners of the World Series. The stadium in Miami that they built is phenomenal. It's a beautiful stadium. It's got a retractable dome on it. The dome can be closed all summer long. You don't have the heat and the humidity and everything else. And they have the lowest attendance in the league. I'm not counting the Athletics. They're playing in a bandbox. They're playing in a AAA stadium. So we won't count them. They're playing in a stadium that holds 12,000 people. They get 10,000 a game. Forget them. The Miami Marlins, in that beautiful stadium that they built there a few years ago, 13,100 people a game. 13,100 people. By 4,000, they have the least attendance of anyone in Major League Baseball. And you know who's right above them with the second least? The Tampa Bay Rays. The Rays have been to the World Series twice in the last 15 years. They're always competitive. They're leading the division again this year. And they're averaging less than 17,000 a game. Stop playing regular season baseball in Florida. Everyone in Florida is a fan of somebody else because no one is from Florida. The people in Miami are Red Sox fans and Yankee fans and Cubs fans and Mets fans. The people in Tampa are Yankee fans and Brewer fans and Indian fans and Detroit Tiger fans. Nobody's a fan of Tampa Bay. Nobody's a fan of Miami or the Florida Marlins. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Building a stadium there would be brain dead. Get the Rays out of Florida. Get the Rays. How about Nashville? Or Charlotte, but I'm going to say Nashville. Forget about expansion. If I'm the Rays, I'm moving to Nashville and becoming the Nashville Knights or the Nashville Stars, which I don't like it as much, but I know they have a structure already in place. But if I was that guy, I would go there and I'd be the Nashville Knights, which is kind of like a oxymoron type thing. You know what I mean? A double meaning type deal. Nashville
Double
Knights,
entendre.
you know? A double entendre type of thing over there, you know. Get them out of there. Ramblin' Wreck Tim is in. Tim, welcome back. How are you, man?
I'm good. How you doing, bud?
Fantastic.
I want to get my picks in, man.
All right. Georgia, over or under 9.5?
Over.
Georgia's got pretty good players.
Texas, over or under 9.5?
Under.
Ooh. I don't know. LSU, over or under 8.5?
Over.
I realized that I was like, we're all going to die.
Florida, over or under 7.5?
Over.
You would be kicked out of our team meeting. You're lucky I'm not going to throw this freaking podium.
All right, Tim, we got you in, man.
Appreciate you, man.
All right, take it easy. Ramblin' Wreck Tim getting in. Brandon is up next. Brandon, welcome to the show. How are you?
Out here spending money, unfortunately.
Aren't we always spending money?
Fun stuff. Make some picks, my brother. I'm going to try to see if we can win something this year.
All right. Georgia Bulldogs, your backyard. Over or under 9.5?
Over.
Georgia's got pretty good players.
Texas, over under 9.5?
I'm going to say over because if they don't, it's going to be a hell of a disaster.
If I don't play Ohio State and I play Jones Junior High, we're 10-2.
Yeah, see, if he can get Jones Junior High on the schedule, he's 10-2. LSU, over or under 8.5?
I'm going to say over. There's no reason they shouldn't be.
I realized that I was like, we're all going to die.
We're going to die. Florida, over under 7.5?
I'm going to say over. I think they can win 5 SEC games.
Wow.
You would be kicked out of our team meeting. You're lucky I'm not going to throw this freaking podium.
These numbers always seem low to me. Maybe it's because of the hook. You know, if you said Georgia 10, you know, they got to win 10 games, but I think they're 11-1. I think Texas is 11-1. The Texas number seems so low. I know they have a really tough schedule. LSU, did they bring in Lane Kiffin to go 8-4? No. They're going to at least be a 9-win team. Florida's the one that feels a little high because that would be a big jump. That's the only one that's a big jump. These others are all kind of like down a little bit from where they were last year. Florida at 7-4, they're coming off of, or at 7.5. They're coming off of what, a 5-win season? They were 5-7, and now all of a sudden they got to go 8-4 for it to be over. I don't know if they make that big a jump year one. I hope so for John Summerall's sake.
They got 3 non-conference games, so they need to win 5 of their other games, and I just don't think that's a stretch. I thought for sure they can win 4. They could probably win 5 if they're really well coached.
They'll be favored at Auburn. I think they'll be favored at Auburn. They'll be a slight dog at Missouri. They'll be favored at home against South Carolina. They will be a dog against Texas at Texas. They'll be a dog against Georgia at the Dome. They'll be I bet they're a slight underdog to Oklahoma at home. They might be getting 1 or 2 points at home against Oklahoma, maybe not. At Kentucky, they'll be favored. Home against Vandy, they'll be favored. So if they win their 3 non-conference games, which includes winning at Florida State, it's a little bit of a tough. I have them at 7-5. That's where I am.
I'm so pissed off about that Florida State game. That should not be 3:30. There are some trash games on that night that our game is going to be a better game than theirs. Trash.
You talk about the Alabama Florida State game.
Yeah, the game time is trash. There's no excuse for that being a 3:30 game.
Yeah, well, and thanks for the call, Brandon. I don't know. I mean, that's a featured time. That 2:30 Central, 3:30 Eastern is a featured college football window. That's a major window. We get a break. Come back, wrap it up next. Thom Abraham Show.
You're listening to the Thom Abraham Show on 97.7 ESPN The Zone.
Since 1983, Berkshire Hathaway Rise Real Estate's Ann Adams has been your local go-to real estate expert in the area. As a buyer, you can trust Ann's in-depth knowledge of the local housing market to narrow available properties down to those you'll be interested in, saving you time when shopping for a new home. When you're ready to sell, Ann's expert negotiation skills will ensure you get a fair price and hassle-free experience. Call Ann Adams today at 256-337-2625 or email annadamsrise@gmail.com. Since 1986, Full Moon Barbecue has been cooking quality meats low and slow over a hickory wood-fired pit. From ribs and wings, brisket, turkey, catfish, and sausage to the best butts in town. If you're planning a holiday or a birthday party, Full Moon has a large banquet room. And Full Moon is ready for your next catering or tailgate. Just call us and we'll take care of everything. 256-713-0070. Full Moon Barbecue on the Parkway next to Costco. The best little pork house in Alabama. Specializing in simple and affordable rentals, McCurry Van and Car Rental can make sure you have just the right vehicle for your next family vacation, weekend getaway, or if you just need transportation while your vehicle is being repaired. McCurry carries Ford Transit vans and Mercedes Sprinter vans, trucks and work vans, and more. And they offer discounted rental rates for long-term rentals. Now with 4 locations: Athens, Muscle Shoals, Coleman, and Huntsville. Log on McCurryRentals.com to make your reservation now. That's McCurryRentals.com.
Gunner's Landing is one of the Tennessee Valley's finest golf experiences. Just 35 minutes from downtown Huntsville, Gunner's Landing's 18-hole championship jewel is open to the public 7 days a week. Located in the foothills of the Appalachian Mountains, Gunner's Landing offers you a golf experience like no other. With beautiful Lake Gunnersville views throughout the round, Gunner's Landing is golf the way nature intended. Gunner's Landing's club repair shop offers a full range of services, including re-gripping and adjusting the lofts and lies of your clubs, even putters. Since the work is done in-house, your clubs will be returned to you in a timely manner. Unmatched in the North Alabama area, it is Gunner's Landing. Schedule your tee time today at gunnerslanding.com. That's gunnerslanding.com.
Hi, this is Wes Neighbors. I'm here with Sam Fleming with Fleming Roofing and Restoration. Sam, tell the folks about Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Hey Wes, our company Fleming Roofing and Restoration specializes in commercial and residential roofing and repairs. I'm a 5th generation Huntsvillian, and our family's been doing construction business in Huntsville area since 1965.
Sam, what kind of roofs does Fleming Roofing and Restoration do?
Our guys are skilled enough, we can come out and address any kind of leaks or issues you might have on your commercial, on your metal roofing, on your shingles. We can do anything, and we can offer you a solution to repair it, or we can replace it.
Well, you guys also do insurance restoration.
Our staff has 10 plus years of experience as insurance adjusters, and we really do know the inside and out of the claims process at Fleming Roofing and Restoration.
Check out Fleming Roofing and Restoration online at FlemingHSV.com, or you can call or text them at 256-651-9440.
Hey Wes, we show up.
You invest in your customers with your heart, soul, and skill. Well, it's time to invest in yourself with the next generation Cat 255 compact track loaders from Thompson Tractor. After all, those who give their best deserve the best. And this machine has it all. With features that include a more powerful engine, tri-axle truck loading capabilities, a spacious cab, and a smooth ride for all-day comfort. Thompson Tractor knows how much value you place on your customer satisfaction. It's how you build your business. It's also how we build ours. Since 1957, hardworking folks like you have counted on Thompson to provide the absolute best lineup of equipment in the industry, all backed by a customer service and product support team that time and again have proven to be second to none. It's all about maintaining peak performance. Always has been, always will be. Visit ThompsonTractor.com for details. Thompson Tractor, we're here for you.
97.7 ESPN The Zone.
This segment of the show is brought to you by my good friend Mike Owen at Owen Home Appliance. You know, I've known Mike for over 20 years, and no one knows the appliance business better than Mike. And he's always there to help support whatever we are doing on the show. And they've got all the major brands like Maytag, GE, Whirlpool, Electrolux, Speed Queen, and more. Visit the interactive location in Lacey Springs, where you can try the washers and dryers before you buy them. Owen Home Appliance Center. This one is in the hopper. Go ahead and get your picks in via the text window if you want to do that. That's fine. Andy Man handled the video side of things. Grasshopper took care of all the audio side. You tuned in. I appreciate each and every one of you. I'm Thom Abraham. I just kind of orchestrate this thing.
Yeah, you got to pick up your game a little bit.
Yeah, I'm a game manager. I'm just a game manager. That's going to do it for us. Have a great weekend, everybody.